Alright guys, in this video I'm going to take you on a tour of my entire comic book collection. What's up guys, BJ Kicks here. I buy comics, I read them, and I review them all for your viewing pleasure. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, then tap that bell icon so that you're notified whenever I post new content, which is pretty often these days. Now, you guys requested this video, and I was kind of hesitant to do it because we're kind of in between spaces right now. We are about to move later on this year, so we've been packing up, and like I said, we're staying with family right now, so the space is very limited, but you asked for it, so I'm delivering. And I should warn you, this video is a little bit longer, although you've seen that already. You've already seen the timestamps. But, to be fair, you asked for it. I said, hey, this video might be long. Would you rather me do it in parts, or what do you want me to do? And you guys said, and I quote, I have plenty of time. So, because you have all the time in the world, I'm going to go ahead and show you this video that I pre-recorded on my iPhone, and we're going to get into this collection tour. So, as you can see, I wasn't lying. We really are moving. So we're packing stuff up. This is the home office that my wife and I share. So over there is her side, and over here is my side. And this is pretty much what we're going to be touring today. So as you can see, that's my computer. That's where I edit all my videos. That's where I make beats from time to time. And under there is a box where all the extra shipping supplies go, because you never know when you're going to have to pack things up and move. And let's get to what we came for, right? So here is my bad, Charlotte. Here's my collected editions shelf. And there's my kitten. Well, she's like a full-grown cat now. She's at least a year old. But anyways, all right, Charlotte, that's nice. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at my shelf. This is like a little cheapo shelf from Target. I think it was like 35 bucks. But this is pretty much where I put my collected editions. Omnibus and oversized hardcovers get first preference, but then there are trade paperbacks, and they're pretty much done by publisher. So as you can see, these three on the left, little triangle, that's DC. The other three are Marvel. And so mostly Batman. Obviously, you guys already know that Batman is my favorite. So I got the Batman by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. All three Batman by Grant Morrison omnibuses, Omnibus, as Omar from Near Mint Condition would say. Then I got Batman by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. And then Batman by Paul Dini. I'm aware that the Paul Dini should probably go before the Grant Morrison if we're going in chronological order, but whatever. And then, as you can see, I've got some oversized collections of Batman here. So I've got Batman Killing Joke, Batman the 1989 adaptation Deluxe, Mad Love, Detective Comics 1000 Deluxe, Batman Ego, Gotham by Gaslight, Batman Hush, Batman Death and the Maidens, Batman White Knight, which is still sealed in the plastic. Then I got the Frank Miller collection over there. So I got Batman the Dark Knight Saga, so that's Dark Knight Returns and The Dark Knight Strikes Again in Deluxe Edition. Then I've got Dark Knight Returns The Last Crusade, which was just a prelude to the Dark Knight Master Race, or DK3. But then I've also got this really cool leather-bound volume here. So this is the complete Frank Miller Batman. I guess it was complete at the time. It includes Batman Year One, Batman... Batman Year One, The Dark Knight Returns, and then Wanted, Santa Claus Dead or Alive, if you ever wanted to see a Bruce Wayne and Kris Kringle team up. So that's the Batman shelf. And then we've got the rest of DC proper. So I've got Aquaman, Injustice Volume 1, Volume 2 is on the way. Harleen, which I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed that series. Justice League by Scott Snyder, Book 1. Book 2 just came out, but I haven't ordered it yet. JLA Earth 2, which is going to be a duplicate when my JLA Omnibus comes in. I still got some Superman stuff here. So we got Superman Unchained, which Scott Snyder, Jim Lee. I love Jim Lee pencils, but I haven't really read the story. Then I got Superman's Secret Identity. I've heard it's a great story. Doing this on the floor was probably not the best idea. Hello, Charlotte. Say what's up. I said say what's up. Okay. So I got that. I've got the World's Greatest Superheroes big trade paperback, Alex Ross and Paul Dini, because who's going to give up the chance to have great oversized Alex Ross artwork? Then I got, this is cool. So this is the Deceased hardcover, but this is the local comic shop day variant with this super dope Joker by Francisco Matina. So very cool. One of the first hardcovers I bought, actually. So let's put that back. A lot of this collection I pretty much got on eBay for like steals. This Django Unchained, I won an auction for like $2.30. Justice League Trinity War, which I got at Ollie's. Justice League When Worlds Collide by Dwayne McDuffie and Ed Benes. Obviously, Dwayne McDuffie, one of my favorite figures in comics. Probably one of the best writers there was. Just got cut short, but he's clearly, the architect of the Milestone universe. Did a lot of TV writing, Static Shock, Justice League Unlimited, Ben 10, bunch of cool stuff before he went, but this isn't about him, so we'll move on. These are my Black Panther complete collections, so I've got the full Christopher Priest run. Fun fact, this is volume 3. Volume 3 was going for like $150 online at one point. I don't know what it's going for these days, but I got mine for cover price by watching an interview that Marvel did with a comic store owner at the beginning of the pandemic. I just happened to see that book sitting over his shoulder. So then I looked up the name of the shop, looked up their email address, messaged them like, hey, do you still have that book? And they did a mail order for me. So super cool. That's probably the wildest how I got that book story that I have. Obviously, I started the Reggie Hudlin run. I'm missing volumes 1 and 2. And then I've got almost the full Coates run in trade paperback. But then this is obviously a double dip because I got this on an eBay auction. So that's Black Panther Volume 2 by Ta-Nehisi Coates. Then we got the Civil War hardcover. That Oz hardcover I got from the homie Angel in a Facebook group. Super cool. These are my Star Wars hardcovers. So that's the full Jason Aaron run. I really want to upgrade these oversized hardcovers to the Omnibus, but I cannot pay anyone to take those 3 books for whatever reason. So I'm stuck with those because I'm not going to buy it, and even though I already have it. So yeah, the Wolverine Omnibus. So there's a cool story as to how I got this as well. So this, of course, is the McNiven DM variant. And so, how did I get this? Oh, that's what it was. I ended up ordering this on eBay. I wanted that cover so badly that I paid international shipping for it when it sold out everywhere else. So it is the flat spine COVID-19 variant, but I'm cool with that. I just love that cover, and I really wanted that omnibus. Can't wait for volume 2 next year. So continuing with the X-Men here, I've got, Marvel's does not go with that, but it's the only one that would fit on this shelf. So Marvel's Deluxe Edition, 25th anniversary. I talked to you guys about that on my favorite purchases of 2020, although I completely forgot about this Wolverine book, which probably should have made it, and that Black Panther Volume 3, which should have made it for the story alone. But all right. Thanks, Charlotte. So next we've got the Uncanny X-Men Omnibus Volume 1. I've got Volume 2 on order at my shop. I'm just waiting for it to arrive. Super excited. Chris Claremont, Dave Cockrum, John Byrne. Volume 2's got like the super seminal stories. It's got the Phoenix Saga. It's got, Days of Future Past. Lots of stuff in Volume 2. But Volume 1, of course, has Giant Size X-Men and all the other things that Chris Claremont was setting up. I still haven't read it yet, though. Then I got New X-Men by Grant Morrison. I got this book for $30. It's damaged, quote unquote. The only damage is like right there to the top. But anyway, because of that, I got it for $30 on cheapgraphicnovels.com. Then we got The Astonishing X-Men by Joss Whedon, John Cassidy. Uncanny X-Force by Rick Remender, which I also got from the homie Angel in the Geminites Facebook group. So shout out to you. X-Men Extinction Agenda. That hardcover routinely sells for like $75 on eBay. I got that one for 30. So just the luck of the draw on these auctions. Then I got the Mutant Genesis 2.0, which is just the Jim Lee run on X-Men, but with digital colors. X-Men Battle of the Atom, which was an Ollie's find for $10. And of course, the House of X DM variant. It's the book that got me into comics, and it's the artwork from that Mark Brooks connecting cover. So it's still sealed, and I still have the single issues, but I'll probably break it open next year when I want to do a reread. So that's that part. And then here are my other Marvel Omnibus and oversized hardcover that might as well be Omnibus. But anyway, here's the Avengers vs. X-Men hardcover. Again, one of those books that goes for a ton of money, but I found it cheap on eBay, just luckily. The companion itself I got for like $10. So super cool. I remember being mad when I got this companion because it came with an Ollie sticker on it. And I'm like, oh, I've been had, but I still didn't pay that much for it. The Planet Hulk Omnibus was a gift from the homie Brandon Freeze in the Ultimate Comics live show group. So thanks, man. I still haven't read it. I cracked open the spine and I watched the cartoon or the animated adaptation of it, but I haven't read it yet. Then we got the Marvel Universe by Frank Miller, which honestly, I could probably get rid of. A lot of the stories that are in here, I either don't care to read or I have them in other formats. So this I bought initially because it has the that Wolverine miniseries, but so does this Wolverine Omnibus. And the other stuff is just like, it's not like Frank Miller wrote it. He just did the pencils and But anyway. Here we have The Punisher by Garth Ennis. You guys saw that in an overview just a few weeks ago. Then I got Miles Morales. I got Miles Morales, the Ultimate Spider-Man, and when he moved into the normal 616 universe, if I'm not mistaken, in Spider-Man Miles Morales, both by Brian Michael Bendis, some art by Sarah Pichelli, and some other people. So cool stuff there. That's pretty much this whole shelf. Now, what's on top of these? This is my X-Men short box, which only has Dawn of X stuff in it. So House of X, Powers of 10, and then everything from the Dawn of X moving forward is in there. And then in this box, this is where I keep my current Batman stuff. So everything from City of Bane to current in the Batman and Bat Family related books, which that one's about full. So I'm going to have to start another Batman box very soon. Just waiting for the right box to come out. I like my art boxes to match the books that are inside. This is a Speed Racer manga set that I got off eBay because the slipcase is actually damaged, but still a very cool book. So yeah, that's that side of my collection, and I try to keep it as organized as I can, but honestly, there's not enough space to really organize stuff like I would want. Over here, I've got a Marvel encyclopedia that clearly is just a stand for my to-do list. I find that when I put dates on the to-do list, more things get done. Although, as you can see, I didn't get it all done, but we got enough done, right? All right, so moving up, I guess honorable mention here. Before I ever collected comics at all, I collected records. So there's some of my record collection. That's the majority of it, but a lot of it is still in boxes, actually. But anyway, so here's Batman on top of a stack of CDRs that I bought years ago. But anyway, here's my Batman Nightfall Omnibus. Here's my Batman by Neil Adams, volumes 1, 2, and 3, complete set. Super excited to have these. Volume 3 is a little faded, but can't judge a book by its cover, right? More Frank Miller. We got All-Star Batman and Robin the Boy Wonder. Batman Universe by Brian Michael Bendis. I loved that story. Probably one of my favorite things I read this year. Or was it last year? I don't remember. Joker, Brian Azzarello, Lee Bermejo. Haven't read it yet, but heard great things. DC Comics 0 Year. Basically a bunch of one-shots explaining how the DC Universe reacted when they found out Batman came on the scene. And this is pretty much my shrine to Batman here. Calling it a shrine makes it sound a lot weirder than it needs to. So anyway, so as you can see, when you back up here, It's all Batman. So I got my Todd McFarlane Detective Comics 1000 figure, my decks of 3 Joker's cards, because just getting one card with the books just wasn't enough. My slab, Batman 655. First appearance of Damian Wayne. You guys have seen it on the channel a couple times. A Batman mug that I was gifted, if I'm not mistaken. Here's my Blood Syndicate art, along with a full set of Milestone Skybox trading cards being propped up by a Spider-Man Essential Edition. So there's that. And here's some toys from my last unboxing that I just haven't found a place for yet. Over here is where I keep my art books. So we've got Ultimate X-Men. It's kind of like a Marvel guide by DK Books. Marvelocity by Alex Ross. Another guide to the Marvel Universe, and The Art of Jim Lee at DC Comics. And then I've got the DC Unwrapped books. Obviously, I'm a big Batman fan, which is why you see so many Batman books on this Unwrapped series. So I got Batman R.I.P., Batman by Andy Kubert, The Dark Knight, which was David Finch. I love David Finch pencils. He's probably my favorite Batman artist besides Jim Lee. And then we got Batman Hush, and then Justice League Unwrapped by Jim Lee. And then here, it's so dark because there's light, but this is the Amazing Spider-Man 500 covers. So going from Amazing Spider-Man 1 to issue 500. Very cool cover collection. Love that art book. Gotta love eBay for getting it to me cheap. And then you guys have seen these pint glasses and Funkos in other videos. Actually, let's move this light a little bit. So that Alex Trebek is special to me. My grandfather actually died of cancer. Well, he died of dementia, but he had cancer. But one of our traditions was that we watched Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune every night, like faithfully. So when Alex Trebek died of cancer, it was only right that I got this Funko to commemorate him, and proceeds went to the American Cancer Association when I bought it. So excited about that. That's the camera that I've been using as of late to record videos. And we're going to get into the other, whoops, stepped on the cat. We're going to get into the other shelf here. All right, so now that I've moved the light a little bit, we'll get into the other shelf. So this shelf is less organized. It was really more about me keeping stuff off the floor and out of random places. But it's pretty much more hardcovers and trade paperbacks and miscellaneous items. So over here is mostly DC stuff. We got Cosmic Odyssey, Superman Secret Origin for all seasons, all books that I need to read. Birthright, which I just did a review on, by the way. If we haven't hit 400 subscribers yet, you should check out that video and figure out how you can win a copy of Superman Birthright. But yeah, I got Batman 3 Jokers hardcover by Naomi, season 1. Batman, Son of the Demon. Very cool book, and I'm super grateful to my homie Chris Crowell for giving it to me as a gift. Dark Knight, a true Batman story by Paul Dini. I'm going to get into that soon because it's a short story. Then I got All-Star Superman Volumes 1 and 2, which you guys saw on the channel. And then, of course, you've seen me talk about this Kingstone Bible set. Super excited. It's probably my favorite purchase of the year. Well, it was my second favorite in the top 5. But anyways, Age of Ultron, which I got in an Ollie's haul, which a lot of you guys that watch this channel, you got here because of the Ollie's haul video. So thank you for being here. Let's move down to this little Marvel cube here. I've got Star Wars, the Marvel UK collection, which was also an Ollie's find. Droids and Ewoks, which I got on a live show for pretty cheap. The Ultimate Marvel Omnibus, which was also, this was an eBay steal, but they were selling them in Ollie's as well. I just didn't have any in mind. I've got the hip hop cover collection from Marvel Comics. Obviously, I love hip hop and I love comics, so being able to flip through those is really dope. And I'm going to be starting a series soon called Comics and Kick Drums. I won't spoil what it's about, but those will be featured there. Then we got ASM Red Goblin. I haven't read it yet, but I heard it's really good, and Alex Ross did a bunch of covers in that series, so super dope. Then we got Wolverine Origin and Wolverine Saber. Yes, I always say Sabletooth, but Sabretooth. That Amazing Spider-Man Family Business I actually got on a live show, so shout out to A Comic Shop's live show. And then Spider-Man Family Ties and The Gauntlet. I don't remember where I got those. Hawkeye versus Deadpool trade paperback. We got a bunch of trade paperbacks. So we got New Avengers, Wolverine the X-Men, X-Force, Sex and Violence, and then the Dark Phoenix Saga and Days of Future Past, which are both in that Uncanny Volume 2 Omnibus. So I'm probably going to be getting rid of these soon. So stay tuned to the channel when I do giveaways. Then X-Men 92. This book was actually fun. It's basically the X-Men cartoon in comic form. It's just, they clearly put it there for people who are nostalgic like me. And of course, I took it out of a shelf that I can't put it back in with one hand. So we'll put it there. All right. So this is basically all trade paperbacks except for those two. And they're all DC. So we got Animal Man by Grant Morrison, which you guys saw me unbox on this channel. This Batman cover to cover. It's a nice coffee table book. I don't have a coffee table, which is why it's on a shelf. So we got more Batman stuff. So Arkham Asylum, A Death in the Family, which is getting a deluxe this year. I'm happy about. Batman International, Tales of the Batman by Tim Sale. Really cool. Batman versus Superman. And, their greatest battle. So it's just like one little compilation there. Then we got Green Arrow, Sounds of Violence by Kevin Smith. Then we got Green Lantern Rebirth, which I did a review on. If you have missed it, I'll put a card up there. Green Lantern Secret Origin. Haven't read that yet. And then we got JLA. So New World Order and American Dreams by Grant Morrison. Tower of Babel, which is getting a deluxe this year that I'm excited about. So recurring theme here. JLA Divided We Fall, which is the direct fallout of Tower of Babel. I haven't read it yet, but I read Tower of Babel and loved it. It's one of the best Batman stories, in my opinion. Justice League Origin and the Villain's Journey. So this is basically what's collected in that Justice League Origin Deluxe Edition. But it's Jeff Johns and Jim Lee, and I'm probably going to go ahead and upgrade that very soon. Justice League Unlimited, something I got off eBay. Then we got some Superman stuff here. So Whatever Happened to the Man of Tomorrow, and The Death of Superman, and The World Without a Superman. I really want that Death and Return of Superman omnibus, but it's out of print and it's going for ridiculous prices right now, so I'm not going to get it. So those will have to do for now. Secret Identity again, so that's a duplicate. That's going to get given away. Superman for Tomorrow, more Jim Lee art. Dark Knight's Metal, which I haven't read, although I read all of Death Metal, and by the time this video comes out, Death Metal #7 will be out, and my thoughts on that will come out soon. Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. I've actually got the Superman, Batman omnibus coming, so that's going to be a duplicate. Again, recurring theme. Wonder Woman, Land of the Dead. I haven't read that yet. Most of this hasn't been read, let's be honest. Watchmen. I try to get into Watchmen because, everyone's like, oh, you got to read Watchmen because it's a comic book that's the best. And boy, is this book dry. Eventually I'm going to just read through it all in one day, but it's been so hard. I pick it up and every time I don't get through the first issue. So yeah, Marvel versus DC. I got this trade paperback for a super great price thanks to the Ultimate Live show. And then the Amalgam Age of Comics, also from the Ultimate Comics Live show. And then Metal Shark Bro. So there we go. There's those. And we got 2 shelves left. So let's start with this Marvel shelf. It's actually in fairly decent order. It's actually alphabetical order and is continued, starting with those trade paperbacks there. But anyways, so we got Ant-Man, the Astonishing X-Men Complete Collection. This is the entire Black Panther by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I think they're up to volume 8 now, so I need to order that. Volume 9 is like on hold because the series hasn't completed yet. So that's that. I got a Captain America Volume 1, also by Coates, and then this Captain Marvel trade. I actually bought it for my daughter and then realized it's kind of adult themed. Not adult themed, just not quite kid themed. So I put it on my shelf. Here we have Hickman's Fantastic Four, volumes 1 through 4. Which basically gets you up to his FF run, if I'm not mistaken. So that's those. The Infinity Gauntlet and Infinity War. I don't know why I bought these. I guess I bought them because, you're supposed to read them if you're ever into Marvel, because they're such seminal stories, but I'm not a big cosmic guy, and I'm probably never going to read those, so I'll probably give them away. That new Avengers, which is clearly a duplicate there. She-Hulk by Dan Slott, which I got at Ollie's. You guys saw that haul. This is these three are the complete Todd McFarlane run on Spider-Man. Now, I actually had the Omnibus of Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane and David Mcfarlane. I sold it because I needed some funds and I knew I wasn't going to read it. Like, I wasn't in love with that book. So happy I sold it because they are now resoliciting or reprinting that book with a DM variant featuring the cover to Spider-Man 300. And I'm super excited about that. So once I buy that book, I'm going to give these away. And then volume 4 of the Spider-Man Legends is actually, I can't remember. I think it's Spider-Man versus Wolverine, which apparently is not the same as this other Spider-Man versus Wolverine book I've got. But anyway, let's get back to the collection. So, keeping up with Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane, of course, he went right back to his own adjectiveless Spider-Man series. So, that's that here, the first 5 issues, which is that storyline Torment. Very dark Spider-Man. Here's Spider-Man the Other. I wouldn't recommend that story. It was whack. Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Collection Volume 1. So this is issues 1 through 13, if I'm not mistaken. That's all I've read of Ultimate Spider-Man. I really want to have that story. I want to read all of Ultimate Spider-Man, but I don't want it in trade paperbacks, and those hardcovers, the oversized, are just really hard to come by. So there's that. Spider-Man by Mark Millar. This is the Marvel Knights Spider-Man. Spider-Man Life Story. I still haven't read because I feel like I don't know enough about Spider-Man to read it, but I'll read it eventually. The Pulse was a live show by this Star Wars Epic Collection, Original Marvel Years, Volume 1. Super cool. And then Star Wars, The Rise of Kylo Ren. As you can see, this is just miscellaneous stuff, but yeah, how to draw comics the Marvel way. Super cool. And then those are just a bunch of Gemini mailers for when I ship things out, and other boxes also for when I ship things out. You've seen these in my Christmas haul. You've not seen this book. This is a book about Batman by Michael Uslan, who was a producer on just about all of the Batman movies. Very cool that ended up being his line of work. So, super dope. Action Comics, 80 Years of Superman. I got that in a mystery box just recently. And I've actually been reading it like from cover to cover. So I'm on like issue 3 that's in this book, and it's cool. I understand why people like Superman. He's just not my jam. Batman and Robin, Pearl, which is volume 2. That needs to be given away. So does this, Richard Castle Storm Season. Superman Greatest Stories Ever Told was my attempt to get something for, or to get into Superman. And it didn't work. Anyway, this Space Ghost book, super cool. I grew up watching Space Ghost coast to coast, and I never like read a Space Ghost comic or saw the actual Space Ghost TV show. I think that was a thing. I don't know. I'm way too young for all that. Anyway, Astonishing Spider-Man and Wolverine, and then Astonishing X-Men. Obviously, this is covered in that omnibus, so it needs to be given away. I've got the Ultimate or Compendiums for Invincible, Volume 1 and Volume 3. Clearly, I'm missing Volume 2. I've got a bit of a gripe with Amazon because I ordered this one brand new, and it came with this crease down the spine. So it clearly was not brand new. Trying to decide if I'm going to go through the trouble of returning it. So those are all my collected editions. And I mean, we can get into the mess that is my single issue collection. So they're fairly organized. So from the bottom, we got all my indie books. So that's that. Then this Joker shelf is basically all my Batman stuff that is pre-Rebirth. That Black Panther box has all of my Marvel. That's not X-Men. That one, we got X-Men back issues going all the way back to Uncanny through the 90s and some early 2000s. Superman holds all of my DC comics that are not Batman related. And then this is a box of stuff that I got on a live show that needs to be sorted. This is back issues. They've been sorted, but they've not been read. So that's that. This is my Milestone box. Say what's up to Static. Yeah, it's got most of my Milestone comics in it. But I actually have outgrown this short box, so I got to find another place to put some of those milestone books. Here we have, in this King of Black short box, this is my collection of Marvel books that I have not read yet. So this is current ongoing series that are Marvel Comics as a publisher, but I haven't read them yet. This Nonstop Spider-Man box, there's also books that need to be sorted and haven't been read. So yeah. My single issues are a mess. I wish they were as organized as the collected editions, but this space is so small, I'm running out of room to put things. And this is also unread ongoing series. It is organized Marvel, DC, and Indie, but then towards the front, we just got a bunch of random stuff that I needed to put somewhere. So there's that. Over here, also unread current stuff, but I don't put anything in a box until it's bagged and boarded. And I just ran out of bags and boards. So there we go. Those are some packages that need to be opened for an unboxing video. And that's pretty much the collection. So shout out to the 2 people that asked for this. This is pretty much a before. But yeah, that's the collection. All right, guys, that's going to do it for my collection tour. Thank you so much for watching. If you saw something in that collection that you like, let me know. Tell me how those stories are, because I can tell you right now, about 70% of my collection I have not read yet. So tell me what you saw there that you were the most excited about, and I'll try to jump into it as soon as I can in a video review coming soon. Now, one day I'll go through my single issues and kind of pick out my favorites and stuff like that. But for now, just enjoy what is there. We probably won't do that video till we get in the new space. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and you tap that bell icon so that you're notified whenever I post new videos. Like I said, I hope you saw something that you liked. If not, it's cool. You can always buy what you like. Make sure you read what you buy and be nice to others, because kindness makes the world go round. Peace.